I mean, the thing about a fight movie is that ultimately it's about, like any sports movie, you have two choices, winning or losing, you know? So that creates a dynamic, but it also creates a choice that, you know, you're pretty aware it's going to go 50-50. And you meet him at the beginning of the movie with that understanding of his rage as being the thing that brings success. And it's that same rage that ultimately tears apart a lot of the things that he loves and destroys his life. And really, it's his daughter that teaches him and is the main motivator for why, you know, he fights again and learns how to succeed. And the idea of success changes. I didn't know how to box when I started the movie, so I spent 5 months learning how to box. I spent 2 times a day. I decided in my mind I was mostly just terrified that I was going to look like an idiot when we got to shooting the movie, so I figured I needed to learn. And the way Antoine wanted to shoot the movie was as realistically as possible. He didn't want doubles. He wanted to shoot it like an HBO Showtime fight. You know, he's going to hire all the guys who film those fights to film the fight, and he was ready to shoot it like that. So I thought, I mean, I didn't even really know how to throw a punch, so I just trained as hard as I could. And as time went on and I learned more fundamentals and I started to add to like the arsenal that I into my arsenal, I ended up getting into really great shape. I mean, that's what boxing does. I remember seeing Little Shop of Horrors when I was a kid on film, the movie of it, and being sort of in love with Ellen and her sexuality and her oddities and all of her sort of amazing things she does with the character of Audrey. And then when I was on stage with her doing the show, you know, singing like Suddenly Seymour, even just acting with her or listening to her sing the reprise of Somewhere That's Green, or, you know, there I'm holding her and she's doing the line where she goes like, when I die, which should be very shortly, you know, when she's doing those types of things and she's in your arms and you're playing that part, I realized that all the movies that I had done, all the work that I had done up to that point, that was the reason I was there. The reason why I did all that work was for that moment. How far we've come in the past 10 years is pretty extraordinary. And if Brokeback is a marker for, you know, this sort of, particularly in the entertainment industry, though there were other movies made about it, but where it really got the attention of mass culture, you know, it's amazing to see where we've come in those 10 years. And I feel proud to have been a part of a movie like that. And when it was ordered, you know, a few weeks ago, I was so moved. It was we have a long way to go, I think, in general, in terms of prejudice in general. But it was so moving, and I feel somewhere, maybe it's presumptuous of me, but I feel somewhere that I was a little part of that, and I feel so honored to be even a tiny part of it in any way that I could in the job that I do, and is one of the most special things I've ever been a part of.